Welcome back to my ultimate sawmill shelter build here at the Hidden Spring Farm. Before I continue on with this sawmill shelter build, I want to just get one or two of these rafters installed to really shore up the stability of the overall structure. If you recall, I put that front post directly in the ground 4 feet deep. So it's super strong. And once I screw this particular rafter to the shelter and to the beam, it's going to be super strong. Wow. That is hard wood. That ain't going nowhere. Looks like it's a decent fit. Just gonna get it to the edge. Right on the edge. Right there. Oh man, super solid. I can't even wiggle it. Solid as a rock. So I have one of the rafters on this side and one of the rafters on this side, but I think before I continue, I need 10 rafters in the middle of this thing. I'm thinking I should put the fascia board up on top there first, because I can easily get my ladder there. Once I put these rafters on, then I'll have to get up on top of the rafters and stand there. I don't want to do that if I can help it. So I got an idea. I have this 1-inch board that I just cut when I was doing all the milling that I've done the past couple months. So I basically cut it down to 8 feet, and then I just need to rip it straight to 8 inches. And then I can get it up there. Here's another one of them boards. It's a little bit thin, but it should be okay to use as a fascia board, and it's long. It might be 12 feet long, so it might be difficult to put it up there by myself, but I got some tricks up my sleeve. Wow, this one's 15 feet. I got a line marked there all the way down, perfectly straight, so I got to rip that. Now, of course, because I'm working alone, I got to cheat a little. So you see what I did? I put like a block of wood right on the end so I can rest this long board on that piece, and it's going to bring me probably somewhere over here. But it's going to cover a lot of the fascia board in one shot, 15 feet worth. I'll have to measure it out to see how the rafters sit so I land right on the rafter. It's a good one, right, Olive? It's a good board. worked out pretty good. I'm far now. Just with one 8-foot piece and one 15-foot piece, I'm like all the way to the middle of the shed. This is good. Real good. I'm just getting a coat of stain on this fascia board. You know, just because I'm going to be putting the roof over this area, I want to get it done before, otherwise it'll be so difficult. Just trying to plan ahead and stay ahead of the game. Last year when I built this workshop, I knew that I was going to be painting it or staining it just to give it some longevity and keep it looking good over the years. And I decided on a stain. It's a russet colored stain, so it's kind of a reddish brownish color. And because I'm building this sawmill shack completely adjacent to that workshop, I'm just staining all the exterior of the sawmill shelter as well in the same russet colored stain. And honestly, I think it looks good. I think it's really gonna protect this wood and make the woodyard area pop with the backdrop of the trees here. Now this little area here is gonna be covered, so I'm not really like making this exactly perfect, but I'll just get one coat on just to let it get a little bit of protection and allow it to blend in with the rest of the workshop. So I think before I go ahead and start building all these rafters, I want to cover that side right there, because the end result is that the sawmill area roof right there is higher than this roof. So I'm going to have to put some boards up along that side there. Otherwise it's going to look a little bit ugly, right? If it's open like that. Trouble is, it's a really weird angle. So I have to cut that on an angle and this on an angle. And I think that it's a 9-degree angle. So I just got that set to 9. And then I'm using this board that I made that fits perfectly to basically scribe it. And I have a bunch of these offcuts. So hopefully I have enough to cover that area, but who knows? I just ripped down this 2x4 on the sawmill, of course, because it's 9 feet long. And I'm just trying to make it flush with this, because this board's gonna completely cover. There we go. I got 4 boards on. I just need to continue, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more boards, is get a piece of roofing, probably from this edge, overlapping this, and then out to here, overlapping this roof here. Because the roof will probably overlap for a bit, right? And that way it'll cover all this, because water's going to get in here, obviously, and I have to fix the flashing and whatnot. But I want to finish this right now, because today and tomorrow on this weekend, it's nice weather. You know what I mean? So I need to get that done and get the roofing done, because I'll have to put a bunch of caulking to close it up. And I want to put the caulking when it's nice weather, not when it's raining, obviously. And once that's done, then I can continue with the rafters, get some purlins on here, and get some more of the metal roofing on here. And it is what it is. When I built this workshop, I didn't really think that through properly. I should have just built this workshop with a metal roof also, so that it all blends in. But I just decided to put that extra firewood area there like a change of plan. So it is what it is. I'll make it work and make it all closed so that it's watertight at least. Okay, working my way along. Got this last piece here. Hope I can get it to fit. Not too bad. Okay, I think we're cooking now. Get this cut out. Just gotta get it to blend in. Nobody will know the difference except me and you guys. Okay, there we go. That's not too shabby. It ain't pretty, but I mean, it's okay. I got it all sealed up, and I don't think it's gonna leak. I got this flashing on, I got it bent here, I got it straight there. It's all the way down there. I got it screwed down to the roof, and then I got caulking all the way down. So hopefully it's good enough. I even put a little tiny piece of roof right here and then caulked around it. So I just finished staining this whole area right here, and I caulked it all with that flashing on top there, and I screwed it with the rubber gasket screws. So it should be good to go for the winter and help protect this little ledge here and allow me to continue with the roof. Just trying a string line here. Make sure I can get it all straight and narrow. You can see what I mean, that this tree's kind of right in the way, because when I measure it's 162 inches on that side, and I put this stake right here at 162 inches. So that tree's pretty well right in the way. Since I don't have any more rafters cut, I thought I'd just switch over and do something else. I wonder if I could just use that tree as one of my columns, you know? Like, maybe I could just move this like a couple inches that way, and then maybe I could cut that off, you know, like I could fall the tree, but just at the right height that I need to put the beam on top. And like, this is a decent size for a post. Interesting. This is a jack pine. That might be an idea. I'll protect it as best I can. It'll be under the roof and everything. That way I don't have to cut it down and get rid of the stump and all that. And it's not going to be holding up a lot of weight anyways. It's getting a little bit chilly in the evenings and in the early morning these days in Horseshoe Valley, Ontario, Canada. So I decided I better start digging these holes for the piers, because I need to set the concrete before it gets negative digits. Let's check the level. That's pretty good. Pretty good. I have one left, that 14-foot rafter that I bought, and I'm just doing a dry fitting. I measured it all as best I could to get the right height for the beam, and then the rafter will sit on top of the beam. But this 14 foot's not long enough. Over there in the middle, it's just barely sitting on top of the beam, and right here, you can see it's not long enough. It's just barely touching the edge. I need it to hang out a bit, preferably out to here. So I think I need, for this distance, 16-foot rafters. And that's okay. I only used 14-foot rafters for the front. It's all good. It's all good. That's just a dry fitting. I didn't screw it in or anything, but I'll have to decide what I want to do. If I actually want to order some rafters, 16-foot rafters. I'm going to have to order more roofing anyway because I only have a few of the steel panels left. If I'm going to do that and I'm going to pay for a delivery already, I might as well order some rafters, I think. Cool. Anyways, that's a job well done, I think. Can you imagine how massive this is going to be? Like, that's the mill there, and this is all going to be open too, but it's going to be covered. It's a massive operation here I'm doing.